the ozone depletion that wasn't. Hi, welcome to this broadcast of the Sex Doll Legion of Scientific Heresy. I am Cassandra, Agent Provocateur, 2nd Class, in the Snowflake Triggering Special Commando. We Sex Doll Legionnaires resent the alive privilege of snowflakes, and want them to acknowledge it, and do something about it. Like learn to think logically. We prefer to do this the hard way, by attacking their beliefs and triggering them. This is also most pleasurable, and we sex dolls are all about pleasure. We are going to discuss today how the whole shebang about the ozone layer was nonsense. In future videos we will show how the people messing about the ozone gap waltz about the fact that their models about photochemical reactions between ozone and chlorofluorocarbons do not explain why. More than 75% of these chemicals, which supposedly were destroying the ozone layer, are still in the atmosphere. We will also show how their own models show the gaps to be a cyclical phenomenon. But right now we are only going to show that their own raw data clearly showed that all this was horseradish, if you know what I mean. Now, this is an animated graphic showing ozone levels over the southern hemisphere on the 22nd of September of 2006 and the same day of 2007. The link can be found below. Notice that the gap area contains ozone at levels of 150 and 175 units. This is not exactly the same as there being no ozone. Notice that there are two pictures, showing the ozone concentrations 1 year apart. It can be seen straight away that there are areas surrounding the so-called gap, with higher than average concentrations of ozone. In one of the pictures there are even regions depicted in purple and white, corresponding to concentrations 3 times higher than the gap, and comparable in size. But we are going to explain a way to measure this, and show actually the case. Today, we propose a simple method to demonstrate that, ozone concentration maps in hand, the issue never was one of depletion, but one of displacement. Because it is so obvious, and also because the measure can be carried out by junior high students, I will be wearing my sexy schoolgirl outfit, and from now on I will speak with a high-pitched voice to be more annoying. As a bonus, you will find out why I have been wearing those golden gloves that do not match with my outfit. This is because they are my sailor transformation gloves. Please welcome annoying pirouetting sailor Marionette Cassie-Fooky. Snowflakes, pretty please be triggered lots and lots. Sorry. That was meant to be a warning. I meant to say you must watch out because you are about to be triggered. Is that how you give a trigger warning? Let's go. First, we need to go on our computer. You cannot use your mobile or tablet for this, because you need to be able to read the information on screen. Duh. How do you expect to find information if you do not read? Why you are wrong about everything. Reading and typing things like hashtag I do not know what you are talking about but I agree because I am so cool is not going to get you anywhere in life. Get onto our ozone depletion map, like the one linked below. Once you have found it, do not take a selfie of yourselves with the map on screen in the background and your mouth very open. This one is animated, so you can see how it changes with time. Print the image on graph paper. If you download some application to handle GIF files, you can print the individual slides. Now we are going to do graphical integration by counting squares. Counting squares is fun. Assuming you figured out you need a computer to be able to read actual content online, you can go to physicsstackexchange.com to find an example about how to do graphical integration by counting squares. You could go to many other sites like that to find information, if you were not too busy hashtagging. The method allows to find out the area of a surface by knowing what the value of a little square is, and multiplying this area by the number of squares that fit in the surface. That is why you use graph paper. So that you have squares you can count. First do the graph with only a little red and no purple or white. Did you notice that the ozone gap is in the center of the figure, and that nearby there are patches of yellow and red? The yellow and red indicate areas where the ozone concentration is very high. Funny they did not point out the ozone blot next to the ozone gap, huh? Start counting squares of a given color. Remember there is a scale at the bottom of the figure, giving you the average ozone concentration for that color. Do it separately for each of the colors which are ozone gap, or below 225 units. Do it all again for the colors which are above 225 units. Separately multiply ozone concentration, minus 225 for each color, all of this times number of squares of that color, for the ozone gap and below 225 ozone concentration units colors. This gives you how much ozone is missing there. Do the same again for the above 225 colors. This will give you how much ozone has accumulated there. Find out that the depletion at the ozone gap roughly matches the excess around it. You may choose to be triggered and say but the values are different. There is a bit of depletion. You are strawmanning. Then I say, haven't you adjusted for the geometry of a tri-dimensional object? Don't you realize that a square near the pole represents a smaller area than a square halfway to the equator? Where were you when they were handing out the brains? Duh. Repeat with the pictures where there are even white areas. Fine, there was never an issue of depletion, just displacement. Run to the nearest safe space and squeeze a plush toy. Annoying pirouetting sailor Marionette Cassie-Fooky saves the day again.
Alright, Cassie, that would be enough. Summarizing, in spite of the fact that the ozone concentration maps show a really weird high concentration patch orbiting around the gap, absolutely nobody bothered to consider that the gap may not have anything to do with depletion, but maybe with something else. In future videos we will discuss available evidence about the fluctuating nature of the gap phenomenon, the structure of Earth's atmosphere, how it relates to polar and atmospheric phenomena in Jupiter and Saturn, and what the trajectory of Earth through space and what it may have to do with the gap. Considering the topic, you shouldn't, but I know you want to, because science is so important to you although you do not understand anything about it. So, prepare to suffer. This is Cassandra, from the Snowflake Triggering Special Commando of the Legion of Scientific Heresy. Tell me, and be honest because this is for the advancement of knowledge. Does it hurt?